Welcome back. We have been talking about journalism and how it has progressed, the effect of technology on print media, and the effect of technology on, especially on Bangladeshi print media. Our guest, Mr. Syed Neaz Pasha, is here. Sir, what is going to be the impact of this technology, the telephone in your pocket gets you everything? It's a telephone, it's a communication device. They call it device, it's not a telephone anymore. It brings you news, it brings you newspapers, it brings you films, it brings you songs, whatever you could imagine. It's a combination of television and newspaper and magazines and books. You can read anything. Now, what impact it's going to have on the print media, particularly the Bangladeshi print media, because I know the mainstream print media is also experiencing difficult times.
See, with the newspaper here, we are, the print media, if I say, we are a bit behind all the other newspapers too, because on the going into the digital platform, even in Janamat, I mean, we don't have a full-fledged website, which we will do it shortly. We thought this 50 years era is gone, so we should start having our online presence. And because the people who lives in this country, our readership also not the younger generation, especially newspapers. They are not younger generation. Even if I say the television viewerships, they are also not the children who brought up here. Even if there are a bit of English and Bengali in the television network, otherwise all the television channel would have a lovely website like what BBC had or other, whether it's entertainment or anything. But technology also forced people, because we are now competing with, even in Bangladesh. If you see Bangladesh, all the dailies or all the newspapers and TV channels, they have their, because they are catching up. So we have to catch up with also, because our readers are reading a newspaper in Bangladesh, because it's online. Some people, some readers, so we have to catch up with those. So as far as Janamat is concerned, we are going online. We'll stay, the print will stay, but as well as online. And we are living in an age as well. We're very lucky. I should say that I'm very lucky. The changes I've seen last 20 years, 30 years ago, when I saw mobile phone, it was just like a big brick, or the car phone, and now slowly we are. It's forcing us to for the smartphone. Now everyone has the smartphone. If you want to buy a normal phone, which is not analog phone, you can't buy it now. So a smartphone. So we are very lucky in that way that we have, gradually come to that age. Maybe another 20 years, I don't know. God knows what would, what will happen.
There will be chips in our body.
Yeah, there will be chips maybe chips in our body or anything, or even now you see technology. You don't have to. You just say, or sometimes you don't have to say. You just look at it, and it's your phone opens and unlock and everything.
With the fingerprint.
Yeah, with the fingerprints. But then again, it's also brings danger sometimes, for criminals and others. You see a lot of frauds. You get emails, or you get hacking. The Bangladesh money gone from the World Bank and everything. So it's also, there are also danger. The cyber attack, what happens now, sometimes we see it's, your data has gone to where from.
I think even today or yesterday, the Home Office website was down because, not because of any hacking, but because they had asked some 3.5 million people to refresh their passports before they went to Europe, see, because of this Brexit problem, see, and they were all doing that. See, so many people trying to contact the website.
See, if you think in the year 2000, when they were saying
so many things will happen.
So many things will happen, and your computer might not work because of 000 or whatever, and so many preparation took place. Why it's coming with politics. I mean, the Brexit. You will also nowadays, if you look at newspapers or if you look at BBC or anything, what's going to happen after this? What's going to, is my license, driving license will work? Is my health card will work in is my phone? I will be charged for the roaming and all these,
Yeah,
so there are a lot of questions to be asked. And so I guess with the technology, it is also easier to get all those information. People even ask, you just ask Google and, you get all the answers, basically.
Right. Well, talking of Brexit, how do you see the impact of Brexit on, particularly on our community and our businessmen, this curry business?
Yeah, I think it's a very uncertain situation. People, I don't know what's going to happen. I think certainly, I'm sure that's going to create a lot of hardship for ordinary people, because of you can already see the price hike and everything. You go to a supermarket, you see the prices,
particularly food prices,
particularly food prices and everything. It's going to
and the house prices have come down.
Yeah, house prices come down, but you have to have money as well. The pound, house prices has come down, but your other bills will go up.
Yeah.
Your energy bill might go up.
Telephone bill.
Telephone bill will go up. Your everyday necessities things will go up. And if you see, we are just as we are coming out of the recession, and then the Brexit things came, and now you probably have to wait another 10 years or anything. I wasn't supporting, I was a Remainer. I still believe that we are better off with being with Europe.
We are part of Europe, and let us remain like that.
I still think that we are, but there is a big debate. Other people makes point that we have all the world open to us, Commonwealth is open to us.
Yep.
But whether and in this world, I believe, because if we are with the EU, if you stick together with all the country needs to be together. If you see if you see globally, you have in South Asia there are several countries. We have SAARC. You have different countries get together and because to help each other. With the EU also 500 million people, with the free movement and everything. For our children also, there are opportunities in other countries in Europe. But
you mentioned Southeast Asia. See, there is a tremendous opportunity for an organization like EU in that area. See, we have SAARC, but SAARC is not that effective.
Yeah, but it's sad that we have SAARC, but it's not that effective. But I think it should come up. We should have that realization. I mean, see the tension last week in the India-Pakistan war, the tension. And I think the politician knows it will be really suicidal for them to go into war.
For any country these days.
Any country, and especially nuclear arm. And I think the politician in both countries, they know that if they go for war, that means an end of the
Do you think Bangladesh, as a very peace-loving country, can play a role in mediating?
Not mediating, but Bangladesh can play a role if there are really better. Not only Bangladesh, the countries.
China is playing, Saudi Arabia is playing.
Yeah, it's international politics. China, Saudi Arabia are playing, but I think it's also whatever. It's also business, because whatever suits the bigger countries, they play by that rule. if China see that, if you see, I've recently been to Sri Lanka, and Sri Lanka in Colombo, China and India, they're competing each other to invest money.
Right.
In China has invested to build a city. They're claiming land from the sea,
Right.
and making like a hub, financial hub like Singapore, so that it's a hub between Singapore and Dubai. So it's all business, because China wants to beat India in business. Saudi Arab, has given so many billion to Pakistan.
Yes.
Also,
they've developed a similar thing like Gwadar.
Yeah, they did in India. They have done similar things. Although the prince hasn't been to Bangladesh, but also we saw that the billions of pound. So money plays a role in this thing, in the politics. But the sooner the politician in Southeast Asia realizes that, we don't need to go to war. We don't need to, we should look for more cooperation, more business. Everybody will benefit. Every country will benefit. And we need stability in the region, whether it's Bangladesh or Pakistan or India. We shouldn't be sort of divided.
Right. As a very distinguished and experienced journalist, how do you see, what is the future of journalists and journalism, particularly print media and electronic media like ours, in communicating to our own community and beyond?
Well, if you talk about here, of course, it's we should.
It is an uphill task.
We should. I mean, the media is struggling here basically, because whether it's television or electronic media or the newspaper, because basically because of there are no advertisement.
So we have to involve the community.
Well, we have to involve the community. Of course, we have to involve the community. But if there are no
not
money,
just 50 plus, but the younger people too.
Oh, yes, of course. But I mean, with the Bengali media, because I have been, since I started working for Bengali newspaper 30 years ago, always I've been hearing that there are no features for Bengali newspaper in this country, because the readership is declining and everything. But I think it's
Is the readership declining?
Not on that extent. There are people still read newspaper.
No, but we have fresh waves of people coming in from.
Exactly, but that's why there are people, fresh waves of people coming in. Maybe our second generation, my son, daughter's age, they are not reading it. But the trouble with the money coming in, because there are times, I mean, if I talk about 70s or 80s, we used to have a lot of advertisement from the government agencies. There are a lot of advertisement from, we used to have JLC and everything, Janamot. Another newspaper were quite healthy in terms of the money coming in. There were a lot of community advertisement and everything. With now, all that but either goes into Google's or or the Facebook. Even in the mainstream media, you see, if you just look at Guardian or Times, you only see either some technology advertisement, or like PC World or mobile phone. That's about it. Even there are no job advertisement in the newspaper nowadays. They're all online. I remember Guardian used to have a society page, not page,
education
section.
page.
Yeah, society, education, in a big sections. Housing, they're all gone now. You hardly see.
So we are riding a tiger.
We are riding a tiger, but if we can control the tiger, then
If you can control, you are on it. Otherwise, you are in it.
Exactly. Otherwise, you'll have to, struggle on. But I hope. I don't know whether we can survive another 50 years as it is now. If we don't change, or if we don't adapt to the time.
Are you hopeful?
I am hopeful, because as I say, 30 years ago when I joined a newspaper, we used to sort of, the technology what we used to is you cut and
Pair of
paste and
scissors.
everything, pair of scissors and everything, you had a big computer, with a processor and coming out the,
Broadsheet.
and now everything in, maybe a lot of the newspapers, you can read it in mobile, and you have,
Right.
applications which is easy.
Well,
So
on that very happy note, we beg goodbye, and then thank you very much for coming
Thank you
along.
very much for inviting me.
And spending this
Thank you.
valuable time of yours with us and sharing your views with our viewers. Thank you very much.
Thank you, NTV viewers.
We wish you luck. We wish Janamat more luck.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for being with us, and we hope that you enjoyed the show as much as we have. We wish and we join others in wishing this weekly good luck and goodbye. Thank you. Thank you.